Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Only One Bonus Point, a light take on a deep game. We are your hosts. I'm Law.
And my name's RJ. What's happening, cuz?
I'm good. And as everyone can see, we have an esteemed guest with us today.
So we are joined with one of the hosts of the FPL podcast, Rey. What's happening? You alright?
I'm very well, guys. Thank you for finally answering the door when I've been knocking for an invitation.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, don't say it. Don't start that.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, man.
How's things been, man? How's the season starting out for you, Green Arrows, I'm hoping?
Yeah, fortunately, just slow and steady at the moment. I'm very much like a template kind of player in the beginning of the season, and Salah scoring today has helped me. So, yeah, pretty happy.
Oh, I cursed that. I cursed that when that went in. I cursed it. Salah's goal.
Why
Damn you FPL gods!
And Ray, I know you're wearing a Madrid shirt at the moment, but you're an Arsenal fan, right? You've been blessed with that kind of knowledge to support the real team, support the Gooners, right?
Absolutely. It's kind of like my 30th year being a fan. So when I was 7, it was bestowed to me. And ever since then, absolutely obsessed, in love. Highbury will always be the home for me. And yeah, it's just what we are right now is kind of got me back in touch with being in love with the club again. So it's been wonderful so far.
I think that's Arteta's aim, and it's working.
Yeah,
it's working. So,
I was going to say enough of that.
Go ahead. You dickhead.
But I'll go through what we're going to get into today. So today we're going to look at our points in game week 3. We'll then touch on our heroes and zeros, run through the fixtures, and lastly go into what we're planning to do in game week 4. Mm-hmm. And I think without further ado, for those that don't know, the person with the lowest points always goes first. And I think that's me this week. So I'm sitting on 44 points. Just ignore him. Don't worry about him. Sitting on 44 points. And Ramsdale in goal got the clean sheet, got me 6. But my defence is where everything fell apart. Cancelo with 0, Robertson with 1, Alexander-Arnold with 0, and James with 1. In midfield, my transfer, Bailey to Jensen, kind of paid off. He got the,
that's a good shout. Yeah.
Got the assist, but then so did Bailey anyway, so that felt a little bit annoying. Neto with 2 points, Salah with the goal, 8 points, and Martinelli with 6 up front. I went... Well, not differential, maybe like third place differential with Haaland, captain, got me 12 points, and Jesus got me 4. I also had Andreas and Trippier on the bench for 8 and 6 points.
What's the game week rank for that?
2.1 million.
2.1 million game week rank? That's...
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Game week rank or overall rank? That's your overall rank, bro.
No, my
the game week rank is definitely worse than that.
Where does it say my game? Oh, yeah, you're right. It is a lot worse.
I know I'm right.
It's 0.4 million. That's my overall.
Yeah, that's about right. Man chopped off a good 4 million real quick.
Trying to slide that under the
table. Cool. What's the overall rank saying?
2.1 million.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, I'm not even going to guess too much because my points were 47, not the best, but I had a very bright shining light in my team. So I started with Ward in goal. Robertson got me 1 as well. Cancelo got me 0. James got me 1, and William Saliba. 14 points. Great finish. It was solid the whole game, and we'll get into him. Salah got me 7. Martinelli got me 6. Luis Diaz got me 2. De Silva got me 1. I went for Jesus as captain last minute because I was afraid that Salah weren't going to do the job. I should have stuck there. But he got me 8, and Haaland got me 6. Another week with a lot of points on the bench. I had Andreas on the bench for 8 and Wilson on the bench for 6. So that's 2 weeks in a row, 14 points on the bench.
It's tough, isn't it? It's tough.
Yep. So that game we rank is high. It's 5.1 million. The overall rank is 1.3. So I think that's a slight red arrow, small red arrow, maybe about 10, 15k. But yeah, still happy with the squad it actually is I'm having. Ray, I saw your team briefly. Talk to us.
Yeah, Salah saved my bacon, as one would say. Ramsdale in goal, 6 points. Then Trent, Robbo, James, Cancelo for a grand total of 2 points.
Mm.
The Perisic faith since the start of the season fortunately came through for me, so 12 points. Salah 16 points. Martinelli, superstar, 6 points. Andreas 8 points. Haaland 6 points. And Jesus 4 points. So
Can't believe you put Andreas in. What a shout.
Yeah, great
yeah,
shot.
yeah. He's a replacement for Carvalho, you know. So for me,
Yeah.
he's going to be the most creative player behind Mitrovic. Game week rank of 1.3 million, just over,
Mm.
and overall rank 314k. So very
Nice.
happy.
Nice.
60 points, 60 points.
Yeah,
So
that's good.
and we got 2 free transfers as well. So very
Yeah, I got
happy.
2 as well.
I'm
That's
going to be
nice.
one of those
Yeah.
guys. I originally had Andreas starting. I took him out last minute. Last
I
minute.
swear.
Put in Neto because I was just like, I'm only benching Neto because of Tottenham bias. It's the only reason. And I didn't want to do it again because I did it with James the week before.
Yeah.
And then this time, I should have just been biased. Should have just done it.
Yeah. Like, mine is the points on the bench, man. Like Wilson, I always say, like, don't avoid the big games. The big games, there's always goals or there's something that goes nuts in a big game. And I just thought Wilson was going to get blown out. And yeah, he didn't. He just scored a lovely finish as well. Lovely finish.
I had the same thing with Trippier on the bench as well. They're playing City, going to get blown out. And he just bangs in a free kick.
I could understand that though. With
Yeah,
Trippier. Yeah, I could understand that.
What a free kick, though.
Unreal.
What a free kick. Ray, so you're a man of many talents. I see you got the podcast. I see you're writing as well. You work with All About FPL. So where'd you find the time to go this FPL in? Where'd you find it? Or what? Really? Where did your FPL journey start? My apologies. That's where I should go. Where did your FPL journey start?
Well, I'm actually a Dream Team veteran, if you like. I started playing in 2004, stroke
Yeah.
5. And I've done well when you could win money in months. You know, at the end of the month, you could win money and prizes. I've got about 4 top 1K finishes and 5 top 3K finishes. There's usually about 500,000 players in that game. So probably 3 seasons back, a friend of mine's like, look, this year we're not going to do Dream Team, we're going to do FPL. And I thought, you know, bun that, I'm not going to make an account. Just, you know, let me use someone's email.
And then like just hide
Finish.
behind it.
Finished 279k, had no idea what I was doing. And I just got hooked,
Yeah.
absolutely hooked. And then 2 seasons ago, I actually put it on my email. Fortunately, got 33k. Last season, got 88k. And you know, all I ever think is I wish I was playing 10 years ago because I'm pretty sure I would have got some 10k finishes because there were about 1 million
then,
players back
yeah,
then.
yeah, 100%. The amount of numbers now is ridiculous. Like it just shows how big the game is. But 9 million players now. 9 million. Was it 8.5 last season?
Yeah.
8.5 million. Yeah.
I think it reached 9 by the end. So I reckon this
It
one
did.
might reach 10 by the end. Yeah, yeah.
I agree, yeah. And the thing is, it's all encompassing as well because, you know, I got family members I didn't know who play it. And
Yeah.
then, you know, we play it internationally because I got family in America, I got family in Pakistan. And then in Vietnam as well, you know, because I used to live up there. I've got a work mini league there as well, and everyone plays it. You know, there's like about 35 of us and stuff like that.
just-
So
It's incredible
Keeping
how
you
global it
engaged.
is, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
yeah, absolutely. So now I don't know what I don't know what I'd do without it.
I honestly feel the same. I honestly feel the same. I don't know what I would do without it.
We love and hate this game.
Yeah.
Oh mate, the way the pain it brings you, the joy it brings you is something else. But so we've gone for our points, gone for our teams. Ray, 60 points. How do you feel about that at this moment in time? Is it you just like that's okay, that's a standard score, or are you looking to make some changes or improve something over your squad already?
Yeah, so I think it takes a couple of seasons to find out what type of FPL manager you are. And then eventually I think it just starts to mirror your personality and how your character is. So
Definitely.
in my job as a project manager stroke head of operations, you really deal a lot with like looking at sprints, you know, like short term, long term, mid term and stuff like that, retrospectives. And also at the same time, you try and put down contingency plans. And whenever I've meandered away from my nature, it's come to absolutely bite me in the ass. Like last season, I got Harry Kane when Conte joined. I wrote this massive thread on him. I was really hyped. Kane did nothing. I got DCL at the whim. I got Zaha the season before at a whim, and it just burns me. So this season, Ray, be who you are in life at work. Be boring. don't show any patterns of color of excitement. Stay in the pack. And make your changes around one or two items. And let's be honest, the template is still strong, in my opinion. But for me, it's very much like, okay, well, I've got Neto. I might not take him out because you've got to see those fixtures. They've got some nice fixtures coming up. I'm sure we'll talk about that.
Also, Wolves didn't look too bad. They actually didn't look bad the last game.
And Jimenez is back now as well. That helps.
It changes a lot. Yeah. But yeah, go on, Ray, you saying?
No, 100%. And that's my thinking is that in the first half, I thought Wolves were outstanding and should have scored a goal. And second half Tottenham have quality players. We just got to say it. And then eventually the quality came through, the intensity came through, and Perisic started to dominate Neto rather than what was happening in the first half. And they desperately need a striker. And my worry for Wolves, if I may, for a moment, is Jimenez's shot, and you can understand why. I think they need to focus on getting a front man rather than all these wingers.
I completely agree.
But Neto for me is still their key creative cog in that team, in my opinion, and I think he's amazing.
They bought a striker though, right? They bought that.
Guedes is a winger.
No, not Guedes. The other guy. They bought Guedes and they bought another man that started. His debut was today.
Nunes?
Yeah, Nunes.
I think he's a midfielder.
Nunes midfielder. Yeah. Nunes midfielder.
And they loaned out Fabio Silva, and Huang Li Chan is not really a striker.
He's not really showing enough. Yeah. He's more cut off the wing type.
Exactly, inside forward.
He did make a difference when he came on, but by then too late, way too late. So I think that's a good segue. Cuz, we're gonna go to our heroes and zeros.
Yeah, you can go first. I think I went first last week, or we could let our guest go first.
I feel like we gotta let our guest go.
Yeah, I think that's probably the most polite thing to do.
Oh no.
So, so every week we go through one player that we like. One player each that we all think it did really well in this game week. It doesn't have to be based on FPL alone. In football, things you might have seen or players to look out for later. And zeros is the complete opposite, as you can guess. So, Ray, who's your first hero?
It has to be Ivan Perisic. Start of the season, I purposely had him in my team. And I went with Bailey, so I kind of played the 4-4-2 and bench Perisic. First game I heard he's not going to start. I said, okay, this might work for me. There might be a strategy here to this madness. So I benched him for that game. I benched him for the Chelsea game. I probably was never going to play him. And then the Wolves game, it was all on this game. It was like, look, I've come this far. This
is all I have.
This is literally all I have. I waited till 2 minutes till the end. Cucurella was so close. I was like, no, stick to it. And Perisic was absolutely astounding at times, wasn't he? Wonderful player.
So did you put Perisic in knowing he was going to start this game, or was you just hoping he would?
I think it became a bit more obvious after the last game that he was going to start.
I agree. And then there are a few trusted sources or people that I discuss with who obviously are more in the know than me, obviously, about Tottenham. And they were like, look, about 4 or 5 experts predicted he'll start. And I'm like, surely he'll start now. He needs to get his minutes. So it was about 80% expectation. No, 20% expectation, 8% hope.
Just to stick on Perisic, what are your feelings when Champions League starts?
That is where I might become a little bit cute and maybe look at Sessegnon and swap him. Just do a swap.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Because Perisic much more likely to play in Champions League. Yeah.
It's much more his pace and style where you get a bit more time on the ball. You need to be a bit more crafty. Yeah. And, at times, Neto was really giving him a hard time. But Neto would. But I think Perisic needs to be looked after. And I think that's why Sessegnon's playing. He looks bulky, he looks fit. And I think against the easier opponents, I could see Sessegnon play more, to be honest.
Yeah.
And also, you want that... Yeah, go on.
I think Perisic will most likely play Champions League games. So the obvious rotation is Sessegnon plays Premier League and Perisic plays Champions League.
Yeah. And plus
you want that extra quality as well. Yeah. You want extra quality in the Champions League.
Yeah.
So I mean, if he can keep his legs for those games, why not? Why would you play him and waste him in the Premier League when you got Sessegnon doing a good enough job?
Yeah.
So my hero, Perisic was on the list, but I'm gonna have to go for Wilfried Zaha. Like,
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Lord, you said he was a trap before.
I say he's a
And
trap
he has
every
been.
year.
He has been. Yeah, I get it. But playing him up front now in the centre,
Yeah, he's looked really good. I can't deny it. He's looked really good.
he is springing every offside trap. He looks lively again. He looks excited. You know, Wilfried, you can see his mood from the way he plays immediately.
It's the body language.
So yeah, his body language is all over the gaff, innit? So when he's in this mood, unplayable. And this is what, you know, this is why United brought him back, and this is what Arsenal wanted him. These are the times when he plays like this, unstoppable, unstoppable. So yeah, that's what he showed against Aston Villa, man. 2 goals. Yeah, Zaha.
When he's on, I think he's an elite dribbler. I said it on our stream. I said to Dan, I said, he is one of the best dribblers I've ever seen in the Premier League. And the reason I say that is because even when he fails, it doesn't scupper his enthusiasm, isn't it? He picks up the ball, he drives again. He is incredible in one-on-one.
He's so direct.
I think he's improved his finishing, because the last 2 finishes, the one against Liverpool and the one this week, are extremely good finishes. Not tap-ins, but the position he's been wired and then getting it into the other corner. They've been good finishes.
Law, you could say it was Thierry Henry like, isn't it, against Liverpool?
So my hero is
I knew he wasn't going to answer
that. And your new host, Rey and
This is his plan all along. This is why I wouldn't open the door.
Ready to take over.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
All right, Law, hero, what you say?
My hero is Rodrigo. I think he's absolutely on fire at the minute. Playing out of position, playing up front, goal and assist against Chelsea, run them ragged. I think, great shout. FPL.
It's funny, we say playing out of position, but he's playing as a forward. That's what he does. I don't know why FPL made him a midfielder this year. He's always been a striker. I'll take it, but I mean, what's he, still 6 million? 6.1?
He's gone up, I think, so it must be 6.2,
yeah, 6.1.
maybe 0.3.
0.3? No way.
Yeah, 6.3.
Already?
Yep, 6.3.
Mad. That's got to be yesterday. Wow. Yeah, 18.6% owned. Yeah, Rodrigo was good, man. 0. Ray, who's your 0 for this week?
Oh dear.
0 is always harder.
If he wasn't playing against Bournemouth next week, I'd shift him out. But Andy Robertson is really testing the patience. Even offensively, I'm not feeling the same kind of energy I felt last season, and I'm a loyal fan of his. Let me finish. I'm a loyal fan of his.
Do you think he did anything wrong this game though? Because I was watching the game, I didn't think he was bad itself.
I think it's more of he wasn't bad, but he's got 2 points in 3 games. I think it is. So I have to. I know you're saying 0s of the game week, but I can't help but kind of package it together.
Of course.
And I think Liverpool are, really struggling at the moment because in midfield they're just not covering the defense.
There's nothing there. What did they start with today? Elliot, Milner, and Henderson.
Yeah, but they've got 9
midfield. That's
9 injuries to the first team.
Yeah, crazy.
So you can kind of understand why they're struggling, but yeah, okay, Robertson, I get it. How's that? Law, this is to you as well. That double up Liverpool defense. How's that going for you guys?
It's been a little bit painful.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah.
One of those, yeah. Okay, it's one of those.
It's just
RJ, what's your rank, man?
But give me rank. Well, overall rank, 1.3. But it still gave me 3, man. That million could go in 2 points, just like that. All right, so what? 0, yeah. Mine. I think mine's. It's similar to yours, man. It's got to be with the price as well. It's got to be Trent.
That's it. Yeah.
Because I didn't see much from Trent before, but we always know what he can pull out the locker randomly. But everything just doesn't seem to be clicking, man. Especially without Darwin Núñez there. I just thought I'm not going to see much from him. And this game, I don't think he was good at United at all. That's why I was asking about Robertson, because I thought he was a lot worse. Trent.
If I had
Fair.
two, it would have been Trent. It's worse than
Yeah.
Robertson. I feel like all his crosses were going to no one. Like, so he's someone who's normally so accurate,
No
but
one. Yeah.
he felt well off his game today, and Alanga was causing him all sorts of problems as well. All sorts of
Also,
problems.
guys, also, what is going on here? Because I saw Van Dijk and Milner beefing the whole time.
The whole game. But Van Dijk,
It's not used to that.
Van Dijk's what we're talking about, same thing we're talking about with Zaha. His like body language was just so lethargic. It was.
He's in Space Jam with Saliba.
I've never seen him like that before. Never.
Yeah, man. Raising Space Jam with Saliba, yeah? Yeah, bro. I'll take it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him. He doesn't look as assured as, well, every season Van Dijk has looked assured. Not once since he moved to Liverpool have we thought, oh, that was a bit cracky. He's always looked good. Now, I don't know what's happening. I actually don't.
I think people are taking him on now because when I watched the Fulham Liverpool game and I saw what Mitrovic was doing, he just killed him, didn't he? And a lot of it is because actually taking him on. Look, Van Dijk for me is still the best centre back in world football for the last 3-4 years. But I feel it's almost like this God complex when players are up against him, like, oh my God, it's Van Dijk, I can't take him on. And
I can't take him on, be smart.
This big Serbian beast is like, I don't care, I'm going to take him on.
Yeah.
Roasted him, and I think that should open up now for the other players to start testing how good he is.
And his confidence as well. You know, everyone shows a little chink in the armor, and then everyone goes for it. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, man. All right, so Cuz,
My 0?
you're 0 before we go into this squad, into the fixtures.
My 0 is a random one. I'm gonna give it to Cresswell.
Cresswell?
Yeah.
Why? What do you do?
Because I think same thing as Ray. It's not just this game week; it's all three. I think he's been woeful. He's been woeful for them. Like someone who they normally turn to in a lot of situations, especially set piece wise, and bringing the ball forward. And West Ham have struggled, and I think he's been taken on a lot, and he's been weak. He's been weak for them.
Yeah. Okay.
West Ham have just
Yes,
they haven't woken up yet, have they?
Yeah, literally.
they're definitely fatigued as well.
It's almost like they're still hungover from the Europa League.
Yeah, definitely. And Cuz, you might as well start with the first game, obviously. So.
So the first game was Spurs 1, Wolves 0. We've already alluded to the game in a way. The first half, it was pretty much all Wolves. I think they had like 68% possession or something like that in the first half. They were all over us, kind of similar to the way we started the Chelsea game as well. But then the second half, we came out with a bit more intent, and then Kane got the goal in the end. Good bit of movement in the box. There's 2 goals from set pieces. I think we
very good movement in the box. Last
year, set pieces, we were like in the bottom 4 teams, I think, for goals scored. This year, we've already scored 2. We signed a set piece coach in the transfer window. I think that's clearly having a very good effect so far. So if Perisic does keep starting, I think he'll soon take over corners from Son. I think so.
I didn't know Perisic was both footed as well. Like, so he takes corners left and right. I didn't know that. So yeah, that's you know how amazing that is to have. Do you know what? I think you lot were bad. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think you lot played well.
First half,
and this is no shade.
Second
half, you were all right, but you weren't to what I expected from you. Like Perisic, of course, definitely was. Son again was non-existent.
Yeah,
Kane's movement was a lot better.
Yeah,
Kulusevski was trying very hard. I like Kane's movement, not just on that goal. He was doing that quite a bit in the match, and normally we've had him, falling back into the midfield a lot. So I saw a slightly different side to how Kane was playing this game, and especially in the second half. And I'm not always the best fan of him, so I've got to rate that. I've got to rate that. Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, when I look at Tottenham's team, I still feel like they're set up beautifully to counter. With the formation they work in, which is the 3-4-3, and then obviously sometimes the 3-4-1-2. Maybe Kane can sit or Kulusevski can sit in the hole. When teams sit back and they have to kind of dictate, I still think they're finding a way to be more creative. And I feel as hard as Højbjerg works, I still think the long term is to get Bissouma in there.
100%.
Definitely.
With Benteke. But once Tottenham started to, wake up and get going, the quality shines through. And at
Yeah.
the end, you could have got 3 goals.
Yeah.
And also, Son hasn't started ticking yet. And once he starts ticking, then Spurs are obviously going to be a team to look out for,
Yeah.
absolutely. So I think it was a grinding 1-0 win,
That's
which
exactly
is
what it was. Yeah,
which
yeah.
is good when you're not playing well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kane said the same at the end as well.
Yeah.
We won when we weren't playing well. And also, that's a very good point you make about Basuma, because imagine that attack that Spurs have with a defensive midfielder closing down the other team a lot quicker. Because Højbjerg isn't quite quick off the mark, innit? So to have Basuma there, that will set your counter attack on a different way, man. And his passing ain't too bad. So yeah, you got some exciting times coming. Guys, is there anyone that you're looking at to bring in from Spurs or Wolves?
I would have been Perisic, but I think we're too close to those Champions League fixtures for me to go for him now. Wolves, I'm sticking with Neto. I'm not moving him on yet. And then Kane and Son, they just cost too much to be able to afford into my team structure. So Kulu's probably the most likely if I was going to go for a Spurs attacker.
Yeah, I have to copy and paste what Law said. It absolutely the same. Absolutely the same.
I like Perisic. I do like Perisic. I can't deny. Especially at his price point. Wolves, I'm definitely not looking at anybody from there yet. Kulusevski, of course, I still think is a shout. He's been doing a lot better than Diaz, and I've got 2 transfers, so I can easily get him in, and I've got some money in the bank through transfer, so I should be able to work my way around that. But Son and Kane, no interest yet, especially for the prices. So yeah, more of the same, innit? So we go into Crystal Palace and Aston Villa 3-1. Zaha double. Convincing double. I like it. I like the way they're playing. I don't know what's happening to Villa, but Palace are playing well, man. Good to see Mateta back. Eze still looking fit. And Zaha with the penalty miss as well.
Got the rebound and then just stood in front of Martinez's face, didn't it? That was funny.
Yeah, but it's Martinez and he likes to wind people up, so I get it.
Get it back, 100%.
I didn't even see what Martinez did, but I know it's your fault. Whenever it comes to penalties, I know you're doing something.
Villa, I don't know what's up with them. I hated Gerrard for starting Bailey in this game. I hated it.
Me too. I took him out.
Same.
I took him out. Yeah. I don't regret it.
No, never do I, because it's just Perisic is enough stress for me. If I got Bailey as well, I think 2 things I want to highlight. Number one, Gerrard. I think he's lost 15 of his 30 Premier League games. So it's coming. He's one of the 2 or 3 with his mate Lampard to get sacked. No doubt about it. And I think second as well is with Zaha. He and I don't have great history together. He's never really performed for me. But when you get on when he's on that hot streak, it's like the most delightful thing, because you can't wait for him to get the ball and you know something's going to happen. And he's still priced really nicely at 7 million, and he's not a striker this year. And if they didn't have Man City next, I think I'd do a little bit of surgery to get him in. But he is one high on the watch list, because what Vieira's done in one season is astounding. He's just completely switched it in 1 year. They were one of my favourites to go down last year, or Vieira to get sacked. What is he let go of 13 players and brought in 10 players, and they have an identity already.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you know how they're going to play.
I love watching Palace play.
Yeah,
I really do. Yeah.
Fans are behind them as well. Like going into Selhurst Park, it's
rocking every time, isn't it?
It's madness. Like I can see how players can feel a type of way when they go to play there. Elise and Eze, when they get those 2 together in the midfield, that's gonna contest a lot of top teams.
Yeah.
I think Zaha definitely is an option with 7 million. Ollie Watkins, I think, is an option as well, man. He's taking his chances. What's that, a goal and 2 assists so far?
He is, but his fixtures aren't there, man. He's got West Ham, Arsenal, City, and Leicester as his next 4 fixtures. So. And the way they're playing, I don't know. I wouldn't be looking at it right now.
Not against those games, yeah.
Not exactly.
Watch listing.
Yeah.
He was benched, wasn't he, in the second game? I think.
Was it the first game?
Or the first game? Sorry, you're quite right.
Yeah.
So I don't even think Watkins is assured. I don't think Gerrard knows what formation he wants to play.
That's
He plays
a huge problem.
4-3-1-2, 4-3-3. Then I saw him play like a 4-1-2-1-2, and I'm kind of like, and I'm talking to a few of the Villa guys I know, and they're like, it's just almost a guessing game now. I mean, when they don't play Bailey, they don't have natural pace, and when they play Bailey, they got to drop Ings or Watkins, and I don't think Gerrard wants to drop them. It's been a year now, and I still don't know. I still don't think Gerrard knows what system he wants to play, and he's spent a lot of money now. So yeah.
Yeah. See, as well, I don't know how. See, this with Gerrard, if he's moving Watkins back out of the team, because the first game, as you said, he didn't start, and I remember he made a difference when he came on, but it's only 24 minutes. But the second game and the third game, 2 assists and a goal, and you played 90 minutes. Clearly, that's the bright light in your team right now. So at least focus on that, as well as like, well, Bailey hasn't really come off good, has he? But why not go for a 2 with Ollie Watkins and Ings together? I don't know. Ings is a killer.
But he tried that last week, didn't he? And then they still didn't get the result. So...
No, they beat Everton 1-0.
2-1. So
2-1.
2-1. Sorry.
2-1. That's when they were both up front, right?
Yeah. That's when they benched Bailey. Yep. So moving on to the next game, we have Everton 1, Nottingham Forest 1. I ain't got too much to say about this game, to be honest. Nottingham Forest doing well. Obviously conceding towards the end is obviously painful. Gray with his first goal in when was it? What was it? Since December last year or something like that. Crazy.
Good finish,
yeah, it was a good finish. I thought he scored more recently than that. But yeah, Forest staying in it. Everton are in trouble this year. I think Lampard's got to be the first to go. I think they're just.
Also, though, Henderson had a really good game. Like Henderson was on point. Like, so I think did he get split as well? They tried to split the keeper and he saved it. I mean, 7 saves in the game. Everton were getting chances, so it's not like the Everton we've seen the last couple of weeks. But again, having said that, it's not Nottingham Forest. I'm not rushing towards any Everton players. That's what I'm saying. I'm not rushing. Same. I like Gray, but I'm not rushing. Dominic Calvert-Lewin never is even playing.
No, he's injured.
There you go. I've seen a lot of noise about Onana.
What's his name?
Oh, don't do that. You nerd.
We don't do that
here.
Oh yeah. Black Panther.
We don't do that. Oh gosh. So yeah, is anyone looking at anyone from Everton or Nottingham Forest?
Not at the minute, no.
Nico Williams is. It's quite funny actually because they're kind of like 2 players that I'm fearful of when I'm watching any games. One is Luis Diaz and the other one's Nico Williams. Talk about 2 different ends of the spectrum with prices.
Especially one costs 4 million, yeah.
Because that was the choice. It was going for Robertson and a £4.5 million midfielder, or Bailey in this instance, or going for Nico Williams and Luis Diaz. And right now, Nico Williams and Luis Diaz were the proper combination to go for.
That's because what I went for,
Nico is literally playing as a winger, not even a wing back. Every time he gets the ball, he just looks like he's going to do something. So, wicked player.
But then it's scary about him because most of the time you're going to bench him.
That's the thing.
True.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
it's very true.
Those delicious points. You got to be brave enough. It depends on the fixture for me. If they're playing someone 100%. I think they could actually get a difference on. Like Everton. I might play them like Everton. Exactly. But I didn't play them this time. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, games like that, Leeds where they concede a lot. But apart from that, Nottingham Forest, like I'm not convinced. Lingard, he looks alright, but he's not doing anything really, is he? So,
they're buying more players as well. My goodness!
But every week there's a new starting 11. They just keep bringing people in.
Literally, who's the original spine?
Nothing's going to come as well, man.
Yeah,
if he goes there, yeah.
Insane.
If he goes there, yeah. Because he was linked with Arsenal for a time. And what was happening?
I'd be vexed.
And we were paying 50, 60 million, and he's going to go there for like 20 or something. Well, Nottingham Forest has been opening the bank, so I don't know. I don't know, man. I'd probably be paying 350k a week.
Yeah, that knows, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
You must be running
seriously.
How many zeros do I need to write on this?
How many zeros? Yeah. Here's an empty check. Just sign it.
Lingard's dancing in the background.
Trust me, bro, it's mad. I can't believe Because when I heard 200k on the weekend on Lingard, I was like, what? 200k? Anyway, moving straight on to another game. Fulham 3, Brentford 2. I'm liking Mitrovic, man.
Mate, this is a game as well. What a good game this was.
What a match.
Yeah. We're just going to end it.
Everyone said what a match, and then everyone was sending
Everyone's waiting for everyone.
Yeah.
I think I'm just, when Fulham were previously in the league, they played a very kind of similar offensive style to this. But then when they got in the Premier League, they tried to change their whole philosophy to match the league, that you suddenly have to be this dirty, grindy team. Exactly.
Definitely, yeah.
But Silva's just brought it in here with the same exuberance, the same attacking, almost naive kind of intention and behavior, but still try and have something solid at the back. And I'm delighted, and I'm delighted for Mitrovic. I really am, because when they came up a couple of years ago, when Villa came up with Watkins and Leeds came up with Bamford, I went for Mitrovic in FPL, and he didn't perform. And now he's performing because they're literally feeding him, and he looks like the quality player he is, man.
He is bullying people.
They're finally playing into his strengths.
Yeah.
Let's play to his strengths. That's it. If he's going to score 40-odd goals in the league, just stick to it.
He's not going to hang on a defender's shoulder and run through one-on-one with the goalkeeper every week. He's not going to do
it. Well, he did against Van Dijk.
He took him on.
He took him on. Do you know what I mean?
Though. If you're throwing balls in the box and letting him bully people out the way, he's going to get you goals, 100%.
I was just so happy to see Tony humbled, because Tony did the celebration. He was mocking Mitrovic, and it was offside. Then he got the goal and he did it. And when Mitrovic scored the winner, I tweeted straight away, "Be humble, pet. Be humble."
Yeah, Tony, I don't know. Ever since his tweet to Arsenal, I'm just like, guy needs to behave. Guy needs to behave. He needs to behave. I don't know what's wrong with him, man. Like, also as well with Mitrovic, they've got Mbabu now. I don't know how Fulham pulled this off, but that is a top fullback they've got right there, and he's gonna be able to cross into Mitrovic. He's gonna get a lot of service from Mbabu. Mbabu's sick, fast on the ball and great delivery. He's gonna get a lot of opportunities, and their fixtures, alright. Best. They're in trouble, really. They've got Arsenal, they've got Brighton, they've got Tottenham, Chelsea, and then it clears up with Nottingham Forest, Newcastle, and West Ham. But again, we saw them against Liverpool. We'll see. Maybe this style of play fits teams that come at you, or teams that are going to hold the ball more. But maybe fatigue will kick in. Who knows? We'll see how they'll do against it. Well, I know how they're going to do against Arsenal. We don't like big strikers. We don't like physical strikers at all. We hate them.
I mean, Mitrovic could be almost a fixture-proof player with the way that they play. It doesn't matter who they're playing against. You feed the beast kind of thing. And after what I saw him do to Van Dijk, I don't think there's going to be any defender he takes on. He'd be like, I can't get the better of you. So, did it? No.
He's not going to get the best of Saliba. I'm telling you, no one is.
Okay.
Clip it.
You know what? Can we not include that in the recording?
No one is going to get the best of him. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
RJ,
yeah? No, RJ. Speak it, believe it, receive it, Ray.
We don't do that here.
You've been waiting in it. You've been waiting to try to get that back in it.
Well, I gift that to you one time. But I think whoever they play, Mitrovic is going to just say, give me the ball, and I'll handle him from there, and have the guys run off him. So even though, and no one's, funny enough, apart from us, no one's really impressed me defensively so far in the Premier League. So I don't think, if I had Mitrovic, I would not bench him against Arsenal. I wouldn't bench him against Tottenham. I wouldn't bench him against Chelsea. I think he's a player you can just play and expect him to get.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he's on pens as well, so kind of makes sense. Andreas behind him. Not Andreas, sorry. Palhinha as well. Palhinha and Andreas, both of them behind him. It's not. He's not got bad service. Like, this ain't a normal Fulham team. I know when we say Fulham, we just think, but they're doing a lot better this season. They seem a lot a lot more together. Yes, a lot more assured,
confident,
better synergy. They're more confident. Yeah, man.
and also Pereira. You know what? If Pereira signed after the game had launched, he would be 5.5 million. There's no way it'd be 4.5 because he's a Man U player still. Yeah. So,
I can't believe this is the same player. He looks completely different. Is that just confidence or?
Do you remember
prove
him?
himself?
I don't remember him.
I remember him at United. Yeah, I remember him. But you never played much. You see him on the bench.
Streak.
That's what you're saying. You used to see, But I think we used to get subbed on, and I didn't see much to think, oh yeah, this guy's gonna be a quality baller. Whereas now, as soon as you touch the ball, right.
Yeah, you can see the quality. You can see it. Yeah. But sticking to the fixtures as well, the other side of it, Brentford, even though they lost this game, they did play extremely well. And their fixtures are a lot more tidier. Everton, Palace, Leeds, Southampton, before they play Arsenal. Which is probably why who did you take? Who did you take Bailey out for? Who did you bring in for Bailey?
Silva.
De Silva.
Lavia, I missed out on the De Silva.
Lavia, okay. What made you go for Lavia?
Say that again?
What made you go for Lavia?
I missed out on De Silva. He went up to 4.6.
You didn't want to take the hit.
Okay, makes sense. And Lowe's was Jensen.
Mine was Jensen, yeah.
Josh De Silva doesn't really have data. He's had 2 shots and they've gone in.
Nah, he doesn't because of injury. He didn't have, but
that's why I didn't go
this
for
was
him.
pure eye test. Just from what I've seen in the last 2 games. I was never thinking about him before. I didn't look at any other data. From what I saw in his Brentford team, and I saw their run as well, I was like, he's on confident. He's confident right now. I know most of Brentford fans have worries about his fitness. I didn't know if he's an injury-prone player, but I know he was injured last. But he could. I think he could pay off. He's cheap.
But you're not going to play him. Let's be honest.
Sometimes it's the same as Nico Williams. No different, depending on the games.
Really?
Yeah. I'll probably choose Nico Williams first.
Okay.
But it depends on the fixture. If Brentford are playing again Leeds. I always use Leeds as well because they never like.
Yeah, but Leeds are sick now. We're gonna cut shit.
My biggest worry for De Silva was who is Damsgaard going to come in for, and my assumption is it would be De Silva. Yeah. That's my biggest worry for him.
But at 4.5, you're kind of like, okay, you know.
It's okay to let that go.
It's a bit like I want to make the point about Perisic is that, if I keep Perisic, that's a lot of money you're gambling with at 5.5 million. Yeah. If you have Sessegnon, you're kind of like, well, 4.5 million, I'm a bit more relaxed.
I'm okay with it, yeah.
Exactly. And then we play in combinations, isn't it? If you bench Sessegnon, you could make Neto conceivably into a Tony as a striker, isn't it? You can use those funds and move it around. And I think that's the way we need to play this game. We need to look at combinations more than
I think so.
versus Sessegnon.
Especially this year with all the subs and with the fixture congestion. I think that's very important this year. Very important. Because I think everyone's going to get caught out at some point just because of how close these fixtures are.
I agree.
So next game was Leicester 1, Southampton 2. Leicester, another team in trouble at the minute, man. They're just. This seems to. I don't know. I don't know.
When your best players don't want to play for you, it sets unrest. No one's happy. Yeah. You got Fofana that's been left out of the game because he can't focus on the game apparently. Maddison, he's playing and scoring goals,
but he's being linked everywhere.
He getting linked everywhere.
Tillemans.
Vardy's good. He just got a 2-year contract. That's fine. But Tillemans, again, another player that's been good for them. Looks like he's coming to Arsenal on the bench. Yeah, because he's saying that they need to focus more.
Yeah, and they haven't brought anyone in. So they got all these people
no attacking, no outfield player.
And you haven't got an outfield player. It's a weird situation going on there, isn't it? Very weird.
I think it's just been stale, hasn't it? It's just stale. They need a reset. They need some players. They need to sell some players. They just need to get it back together. You look at all of them. End of last season, they completely burnt out, obviously, because of the Europa Conference League. And then previously, they won the FA Cup. They should have qualified for the Champions League one of those 2 years, but they did choke it. In my opinion, they choked it.
Oh yeah.
And also, I think Brendan Rodgers, he's so desperate to get Harvey Barnes in that team that I think it scuppers their best formation, which for me should be a 3-5-2, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
So you think do you think they'd be better off not going with Barnes?
Yeah, I think they should play Madison behind Vardy and either Iheanacho or Daka,
Or
even though
Daka,
Daka's
yeah.
impressed me.
Mm.
And then they have, well, formally, let's see what happens with Tillemans, but Ndidi and Tillemans and Madison, and then your wing backs as Justin and Castagna, because I know Ricardo's injured at the moment. It's a pretty
Mm.
formidable team, but not Brendan Rodgers keeps wanting to play Harvey Barnes.
And
It
it just
scuppered
messes
them
up the
last
whole.
season.
Yeah.
It messes up their system, in my opinion.
So no one's looking at Leicester. No one's looking at Southampton. I've got the double Leicester goalkeeper thing. I'm going to be changing off that as well. I think it's not paying off. And
How does Hassan Hutel do it? It looks like he's about to get sacked and he gets a result, doesn't he?
Every time.
He keeps doing
Every
it.
single time. Every single time. It's incredible.
they were so much better this game. It doesn't make sense. Adams, I liked it, that second finish. Oof, was a bit tasty. The volley. It's a
Yeah.
bit tasty. 3 bonus points as well. Ward Prowse.
Just
Ward
ever
Prowse annoys
consistent.
me.
He's just so consistent.
Is he though?
He is.
Is he that consistent? No,
He is.
like in FPL though.
Yeah.
Can you
but
rely on him week in, week out to get you points?
not week in, week out, but what it is he'll have a goal, then he'll blank a one, and then he'll get another goals. But whereas most people will have a blank of 5-6 games, he consistently gets points, but he does it against teams that you don't expect it against, teams that you probably wouldn't play him. It's like he's so hard to fit in to catch the points, but he does consistently over a season.
With
get
stress over the season, yeah, but he's
Yeah.
stress.
Yeah, he's almost like a set and forget asset, isn't he? I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
he pretty much, which is impressive in my opinion, he pretty much averages just under 4 points a game at 6.5 million. I don't think that's bad. I think that's very good. But like you said, you need to get on it at the right time because he'll play terribly and then his set pieces are so outstanding, elite actually,
Yeah.
that he'll bang in a free kick and get an assist from a corner and you won't even notice that he's played.
Oh yeah, Ward Prowse is definitely a person that you have to look at the stats because if you look at the eye test, unless it's one of those games, you're like, nope.
Which is why he's never in my team. That's why he's never in my team because I
They
focus
got-
a lot more on eye test.
Next game for Southampton, they've got Man United at home, especially with United now. They're chests
Tails
are
are
out,
up.
tails
Yeah.
are up. Chelsea at home after that, Wolves away, Brentford at home, Aston Villa away, and then Everton at home. It's not the worst. It's not the best, but it's not the worst run. And Leicester, yeah, I'm just
Although for all their worries, Maddison has been good so far this year.
true.
Maddison has been quite good. I think he's got 2 goals and an assist in his
Yeah,
3 of his
but
games.
8 mil.
But he's 8 million.
Hmm.
But what is he? He must be what, the highest scoring 8 million? Oh no, maybe Kulu is. It's got to be between him and Kulu, isn't it? Between the 8 million midfielders. Must be up there.
Yeah, at the eights, yeah, it's actually Madison
Yeah.
by a point.
Who's next? Kulusevski. Or
Yeah,
Diaz.
Kulusevski's 1 point under, but I mean they're being outshone by the cheaper midfielders, like
Yeah,
considerably,
yeah.
considerably, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Which is funny
Gundogan, but we'll get there.
Yeah. Well, it's funny when all the talk at the beginning of the season was which 8 million midfielder, and it turns out it didn't need any of them. Didn't need any of them.
Could have created a 6 million midfielder, just been number 10 in the world by now.
Speaking of 8 million, that's a good segue straight into this next game. Saka. That's an 8 million that not everyone has been getting what they want from him, but he's been playing well, but not getting points. Arsenal 3-0 against Bournemouth. Confident win. Didn't look like we're in trouble at all. But Saka is not. He doesn't seem to be in the mix. I'm not too sure what that is. I think it might be because of Ben White. I can only think it's to do with the right back. Just he can't be free to just go as he would with Tomiyasu. He's always got to make sure, he's not left Ben White vulnerable, maybe. That he's not taking guys. He's not taking on guys in the corner like he used to, especially last season. Now he looks for the extra pass, and that's affecting his points.
Yeah, I mean, also a lot of our threat is coming from that left side, especially with Zinchenko becoming inverted into midfield, and a lot of our play going there because Martinelli's looking so explosive. And also, I think, and Xhaka, of course, this sudden box to box midfielder, Lampard like Xhaka is insane right now. I'll enjoy it while I can before the inevitable screw up.
I have to back you. We have to
he's
back you when he's doing well, man.
absolutely. He's been brilliant for like 6 months, and I think also the one thing I did see is that Ben White was finally making those decoy runs, wasn't he? In this game, he was actually starting to operate like a right back, which was allowing Saka to cut in more.
But he was knackered towards the end of that game. Yeah,
he was shot at the end. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now
He hasn't got the same stamina.
about Saka as well. As I tweeted it out, I got a little bit of grief about it. I said, "Look, we got Fulham next. Like, if you got Saka, I'd hold him." And like, "Oh, but I'd rather use it for Martin." I'm like, "Yeah, but
Nah.
the thing is look what happened with Erdegaard. He didn't look threatening, and suddenly he could have got a hat trick in this game." You know, and so when I look at Saka, you know, you can't form is temporary, class is permanent, and Saka will start to get in there. And and remember, he got an assist in the first game against Leicester. He had a few chances for an assist, and against Fulham as well. Not Fulham, against Bournemouth, he was still getting in these attacking areas. And you know, the points will eventually shine through, and especially on paper against Fulham, who concede a lot of chances. Saka is going to be in those positions. So I would not make the transfer of Saka to Martinelli just for the hell of it.
It's a sideways move. I know the prices are different, but it's a sideways move. It's
unless you're combining it. Unless you're doing
the two transfers.
Yeah. The grass is always greener though. The grass is always greener. You say, "Oh, this player's getting points." You'll move over, the Saka will get points. What, you're going to go back?
Exactly.
Like you said, chill. Just wait. We got a good run. Just give him some time, man. I think it will change once Tomiyasu's back into the squad. Definitely. Like you said, Ben White was making more of those runs, but we did see how it took his toll towards the end of the game. Tomiyasu's getting his minutes in, so he should be starting. Maybe not this game, maybe the next one. Maybe Fulham's the right game for him to start. I don't know. But it will make Saka better by bringing in Tomiyasu. So, yeah, definitely a hold or a double up. Not get rid. Definitely not get rid. And Saliba, my guy Saliba.
What a goal. So casual.
What a goal.
So casual. It was unbelievable. But it summed up your performance, to be honest. Casual, but not in a complacent sort of way. Just it was just so, like, you all knew what you were doing.
Left foot.
There was no panic at any point. There was just, as a team, you performed extremely well. Bournemouth had absolutely no answers whatsoever. Apart from towards the end when they started lumping it up towards the big boys, I
was about to say that. Yeah. I mean, one of the things we're doing, which is what we did in pre-season, is we're going for the throat really early. While before a team kind of starts to adopt into a style like Palace do and like Leicester do, even though Leicester are a bit chaotic, and Bournemouth as well, is we go in the ascendancy straight away.
Which is the opposite to what you were doing last season. Last season, you were much better second half than you were first.
And what we've been doing, honestly, in the last 4 or 5 years, really, is that we're not really starting these games properly on the front foot, showing our dominance, putting the fear of God into our position. And we're starting to do that now, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
And if I go to Saliba, and again, sorry, I keep cheap plugging here.
No, go ahead.
I said start of the season with Dan that I said, he offers an assurity for someone so young that we haven't had for quite a while. And when I watched him at Liga, apart from his heading, which unfortunately was true in the last game, is that he still has to work on that. You feel confident with Saliba at the back.
Yeah.
You feel
he's so
like
calm on the ball. Yeah.
So, and I use these words as well. I got to be careful. There's such a reminder of the Van Dijk kind of assurance and kind of mystique around him, and against Palace specifically, the amount of times he covered for Ben White, isn't he, making those slide challenges, and in this game as well, you never felt like
he's in trouble
or he was going to let you down.
Yeah, I said the same about him. He's just because of the way he plays, and he doesn't shy away from danger. This is why I always thought as a centre back he's going to be in the bonus points, and so far, ignoring the goal, he's always seems to be up there because he puts in a lot of tackles. He's always doing a lot of clearances, and again, calm on the ball, looks for the pass before he gives it up. He's a very, very good defender. I don't know if it's genius from Arteta and saying, keep learning him out, or it was pressure because he was so good in League 1 that you had to bring him back, and now you're seeing it.
I'll go with the latter.
It's definitely yeah. All right, guys, before we go on to the next game, let's go for a quick break, and we'll catch you in a few. All right, so we're back and straight into the next game. Leeds 3, Chelsea 0. The shocker. What happened? What happened to Chelsea?
I actually.
Everyone's
have no words.
speechless.
I have no words. I actually have no words.
You need to start calling out names here, man. Otherwise, we're just gonna be like twiddling my thumbs here. Like,
There. No, Ray, tune in whenever you're ready, man. Whenever you want to say something, just jump in.
I
Man.
can't. I just can't understand this kind of submissive attitude that Tuchel's going into games here and like fearing the opposition so much. They won the Champions League with this goddamn team, you know. And it's as an Arsenal fan, I love it. But you know, as a FPL manager, I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
What are you not doing? Yeah.
Reece James, right wing back, Aspilicueta, by the way, one of the best fullbacks or defenders in the last 10 years in the Premier League. Make him right centre back. He is so good. He hardly ever puts himself in positions where he'll be done with pace because he's clever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Loftus-Cheek, I almost feel sorry for him. He's not a right wing back.
No.
No, he's not.
No, why he's thrusting him in that position is
I don't
beyond
understand.
me.
But as Leeds are my second team because my father's a supporter of them, so I've been a supporter for probably 25 years. My second team, yeah. I get a lot of beef on that. I love wearing my shirt and tweeting about it. It's hilarious.
You wear your Leeds shirt.
Yeah, second team, man.
So the beef is about to start now.
Is it really? Is it really? Are we gonna? Is that it? Is the friendship gone
There's
just like that?
one shirt you're supposed to wear, my guy. One
Friendship.
shirt. If
Okay.
you wear a shirt from another league, it's fine.
This is a very different conversation,
You wear Leeds shirt. Leeds.
dude.
Don't dude me. Don't dude me. Leeds.
You don't like dirty Leeds, no?
That's not that. It should be any team. It should be the red and white of the Arsenal. That's what you wear.
Okay. Because this is your channel, so I'm not gonna.
Don't use that as an excuse. You shouldn't wear Leeds. Why are you wearing Leeds?
Okay.
I would have been caught dead in another shirt unless it's in another league. There's no way. Anyway, Rodrigo, what do we think, guys?
A little bit abrasive, but okay.
Abrasive.
But regarding Leeds, Rodrigo, Aronson, and Harrison are just high up on that list. If they weren't playing Brighton next, I think I'd get him straight away.
Oh yeah, I like Aronson a lot, man.
Outstanding.
Rapid.
And Chelsea they got lucky. It could have been a lot more.
Yeah,
Could have been more.
100% right.
Yeah, and they miss a lot of chances. Sterling was not at the races at all.
He's never
have
been.
to
He's
call
never
him
been
out.
a central striker, man. He's never been that guy. He's never been that player.
But again, where was Mount? Where was Sterling?
Mount has not had. The
Can we
great start
blame?
to the
We can't
season.
blame Loftus-Cheek because he's not a right wing back. James, we all know he's better as a right wing back. Koulibaly, that's another story.
From
Was it a
highs
red?
to lows, boy.
Was it a red?
2 yellows, yeah.
Yeah,
think
I'm
so.
gonna go with it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Petulance, isn't it? Just petulant. Just what are you doing?
Exactly. Literally, what are you doing? You score an incredible goal the game before, and then you do this. Literally from 0 to 0. Like, what is that?
Can we talk about Mendy's stupidity for a minute, please?
Oh wow, I didn't see that coming either.
What are goalies doing? What are they doing?
They're either, right
Do you know
this
what,
season,
though?
they're either incredible or terrible. There is no in between.
No.
But I also think it's what you said as well. Like, Mendy's been, flawless, and now players are running at him, similar to the Van Dijk. He's getting a bit nervous, a little bit shaken, and because he didn't make I didn't see him make one mistake last season. Since I've seen Mendy, that's the first mistake I'm like, rah, that is bad. And all it was is someone Aronson running at you.
Just
What
boot
were you
it
doing?
away.
Get rid of it.
Just
Why?
boot it
Why,
away.
why are you playing about boot it?
It is a little testament to United today, like the cocking that actually playing out from the back. Teams are cocking onto this now, and it's becoming more and more difficult to do if you ain't got the right players or the right space. Just boot it forward. Just boot
Get
it.
rid of it.
Yeah,
Get rid of it. So is anyone looking at anyone from Leeds or Chelsea?
Rodrigo,
Well, yeah,
100%. Yeah.
And I still think Cucurella's a great price. Chelsea were just terrible, and I think after this performance, I think Tuchel will start using his brain a bit.
He's got to put James right wing. He's one of the most attacking wing backs in the league. He has to play right. He has to play him right wing back.
He's for me. He might be in the top 6 FPL assets when he plays right wing back.
Literally, he has to play him for. He has to.
So if he doesn't, our guy's getting rid of him.
No.
I'm keeping him on the hope that he's going to start playing him.
No, no.
No. Sorry. I got that wrong. Are people selling him? No, I will keep him no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
No, I get
That's
you.
what I
Yeah,
meant, sorry.
100%. Yeah. We know what you mean. Yeah. There's no. He's one of those players. The second you get rid of him,
He's
he'll score
explosive.
A
He's
brace.
explosive. He can literally get you 25 points in a game and not break a sweat.
Or
He's
add a million
explosive.
onto your overall rank. That's it. As simple as that. Yeah.
Also, he has averaged 5 points a game. You know, so
Can't be
people
mad
are
at it.
FPL managers are we're very fickle, aren't we?
So
Yeah.
it doesn't
So
take much.
fickle.
It really doesn't take much.
Honestly,
That is what's changed me this season. This season, I'm not doing the whole run into players as soon as you get a chance or you get bored.
yeah.
I'm just sticking with it, man.
Be boring
Like,
and template, dude. Trust.
It's not even
Boring
just
and template.
running off players. Like
Yeah.
it takes more than one game week. It's got to take more than one game week for me to be like, oh, I don't want this guy anymore because I brought him in for a reason. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh.
he's not the only player on my chopping block from looking at the game so far is Robertson.
Yeah.
I've already chopped one, and that was
Yeah.
Bailey. But Robertson's the only one I'm like, you've already lost me 0.1 and you're still not doing anything.
Yeah.
Not
And-
like the end of last season and not like in preseason.
Exactly.
What's going
And
on?
considering Perisic dropped in price, that's an easy switch in it. Robertson to Perisic, you don't actually lose out.
Yeah, but
money-
taking out Robertson, Bournemouth.
I know that's the thing I'd struggle with as well. To take him out when they're about to play Bournemouth is tough.
And we'll probably get to it as well, but there could be predicaments where we don't really know what change to make because we're happy with our lineups.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was me last week. I had 2 transfers. I made one because I hate Bailey. But I thought I was going to use both this week, but I didn't need to. So just rolled it over again. Now we have the same dilemma.
Well, apparently you did need to make the transfers, but you thought you didn't.
If I had made a transfer, I probably would have got minus points. I would have brought in someone that didn't do too well. So
You're holding it together very well.
Right now,
I know you want to.
Right now, yeah. I was ready for this. I was ready for this.
You know what I am. You know what I am.
All right, so the next game, West Ham 0, Brighton 2. Business as usual for Brighton, I think.
Agreed.
Same players I was looking at last week. Same players I'm looking at this week.
I've got one added.
Ooh.
The left back Eustapian, 4.5 million. I think he'll start so they can put Trossard further forward.
Wow.
I think he. I'm not bringing him in straight away. Probably needs another game or to actually see him start a match. But I think he'll be good for them.
Is it
Left back.
more his price that's really exciting you, or
Both price.
Really?
I watched him in Europa League last year as well. He's a really good player. Really good player.
I'd still go Dunk at the defenders just from assurance.
so.
And
Yeah.
also
And set pieces.
Yeah, precisely. And when they get clean when they get clean sheets
Short?
as well.
Clean shorts.
clean shorts?
When
They
they
should
get
always have clean shorts before they play the game.
That's
but-
number one requirement.
Well, Brighton have clean shorts because they hardly ever have to tackle because of their ball retention. So I'm trying to cover myself.
Here we go. Here we go.
We ain't buying it. We ain't buying it.
You can't see me anymore. The hole's getting deeper. But when they do have clean sheets, he's usually not too far from the bonus points because of
That's
his
true.
passing metrics as well.
Yep.
So Dunk would be the player. But could I just say Graham Potter? He's the superstar of the squad, isn't he? It doesn't matter who he sells, who he brings in. I said, and Lord, I like your feedback. I said the team he's going to manage in a top 6 is going to be Spurs. That's what I think. I think the moment Conte
Has his moment.
inevitably just
Yeah,
completely loses the plot, one way or another, then because he is going to get the support at Tottenham, Conte, he will. It's just
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I think Graham Potter will just fit in like a glove.
I think
honestly.
so too.
Yeah.
I think we inquired before we got Nuno, but it was. I think he considered it too early to move into that sort of situation. But yeah, I think, like you say, after Conte, I think he's the most natural replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Veltman is getting underlooked again because he burnt a lot of people last season. But these last 2 games, 2 bonus points in both of them. He's a fullback. I don't see him being a person that should be forgotten. But he's 4.5 million as well, 1.1% owned, and 2, 8, and 8. And again, Brighton's got a nice run coming as well. He's someone I'm looking at as.
Yeah.
I think to be in their defense, I'm looking at Veltman, Sanchez, or Dunk. I don't think I'll double up on the defense, but one of those three, probably Sanchez because of my goalies. But yeah,
I think it is worth noting as well, if Eustapian does start, that means Trossard will push forward again. So he'll probably be, which happened in this game. Eustapian came on, Trossard moved forward, got his goal. So I think he'll become more of a figure in their team if they do start Eustapian.
What are your thoughts on? So I know Pascal Gross has obviously been playing very well this season.
love him.
But McAllister, is he someone that maybe to keep an eye out on as well? Because Pascal Gross, I mean, he's never ever performed this way before in regards to returns.
Oh no, he has. Before he got injured, he definitely was. Pascal, I think 2 years ago, 3 years ago, he was he was good in FPL. Like how many years ago was it? 21-22, 5 goals scored, 2 assists, and then injury.
Well, the other way around, yeah. 2 goals, 5 assists.
2 goals, 5. Yeah, no, 5 goals.
2 goals, 5 assists.
2 goals, 5 assists, and in 2021, he got 3 goals and 8 assists. I just feel
What the hell am I looking at? I'm seeing 2 assists, 5 goals in 21-22, 93 points, 2,000 minutes.
GS goal scored. Hey.
No, I'm looking at McAllister. I knew something was up. I was like, what are these two talking about?
You said you were prepared for me. And
go on, what you got?
you know what?
What you got for me?
I don't need it.
All right, look. All right, cool. There we go. 7 goals, 3 goals. All right. I think he's there, man. I think he's definitely got it at some points in there, man.
Do you think he's an
As a
asset?
show so far.
Do you think he is the Brighton asset to go for in midfield and going further? Because
all right, if you're gonna get someone in midfield, then yeah, I would go for him. The only thing that McAllister has, I think, is the penalties over. But is he always going to be on penalties?
another thing is do we take into account too much about penalties? Because last season, at the end of the season, there weren't that many penalties given away. Do we maybe weigh it too highly on when we're selecting an asset? If they're on penalties or not?
I think so. I think we do.
In the beginning of a season,
Should we?
I think it's always good because penalties there's always loads of penalties in the beginning of the season because they got the new rules in, the referees are very strict, and then towards halfway and to the latter stages of the season, that's when we start to get less penalties because like everyone's kind of not learned the rules, but they focus on them more a bit. They're not as loose as they are in the beginning because like last season, how many penalties were given away?
That was ridiculous.
They wanted to show off the technology.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Ooh, look what it can do. Look at the lines. Yeah. I think in midfield, well, of course, Trossard, he's a forward now, right?
No,
he's still midfielder. Yeah,
Trossard. He's been playing left back. That's the problem.
left wing back. Yeah.
Yeah, left wing back. Which is why I'm saying if Eustapian starts, then my midfielder to go to will be Trossard because I think he's
Trossard
so
has done this, but he's done this before though, isn't it? Last season,
I think it's a trap as well.
Me too, man.
Well, I like Pascal Gross, but then again, injury.
So what about you then, Ray? If you were picking a midfielder from Brighton, who would you be looking at?
That's the thing. I wouldn't pick a midfielder.
What about Welbeck up front then? Is that the way you would go?
I think with Welbeck as well is he always seems like an awkward runaway, isn't it, from like hurting himself again? Because at times he has been all arms and legs. That's what I would say a lot with the family. He's very arms and legs. You get all the effort, you got great movement, but you don't really get great returns. He's quite wasteful. If I went for Brighton asset, it would be Sanchez and or Dunk. Either two of them or one of them.
You would be looking at an attacking asset from their point of view.
I'd rather go for Leeds one personally because I think their football feeds more towards more attacking opportunities, while Brighton they're amazing at ball retention, aren't they? I'm not looking forward to playing them. That's all I'm saying.
And there's not one asset in particular that's going to stand out at Brighton in terms of goals and assists. That's the thing. Like you say Leeds, but we all know they're going for Rodrigo at the moment. Like they were going for Rafinha last time. They don't really have that at Brighton. They all kind of share the load. So like Welbeck is normally an assist to the assist, or he builds the play, and then someone else comes in like a Trossard or McAllister or Pascal Gross. And that's Casido. Yeah, that's too much. Like, there's no one that I can say that, yeah, that's the main guy at Brighton. They don't have that. So that's why I'd go with Sanchez, because defense and his saves, and then, you know, like you said, Dunk or Veltman.
And considering no one has even mentioned them, I am assuming that no one's interested in West Ham assets.
No.
The whole game is like Brian played no one. Not even mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah, let's move on.
And their fixtures are not good either.
No. So another shocker. Newcastle 3, Man City 3. Man City clawing it back.
Game.
Is it a shocker? Is it a shocker, though? Look how
3-1.
Newcastle have been playing.
3-1 was a shocker. 3-0, they've scored. Them drawing isn't crazy, but Newcastle being 3-1 up, yeah, that's a shocker to me.
But it didn't end that way, innit? So
No, it didn't end that way. Yeah,
it's not a shock for me. Newcastle have been playing well for a long time now. Since they got rid of their owner, got a new owner, it's changed. The stadium has changed. The vibe is different, and the players are actually playing for the club.
But not to be level with City.
Of course, not level,
Yeah.
but anyway, this is what we love about the Premier League. This is what we love about the Premier League. Anyone can beat anybody, right? So we're never surprised at, you know, certain scores, but we're surprised at how they play.
That was my
And
shock.
Newcastle, what they weren't hiding.
Saint Maximin.
Saint Maximin.
Oh
my
my
goodness
goodness! How
me.
I forgot to make him my hero, I don't know.
Yeah. That's very true. He had a cracking game.
Oh,
Walker. All right, so Law.
He had him on.
All right, Law. All right, so you know we're talking about him losing a yard of pace. Yeah, he definitely hasn't lost a yard of pace. But if you put in a couple twists and turns now, yeah.
Them feet.
spaghetti legs, isn't it?
He was on
Yeah, oh man, that is he was incredible, man. Incredible. He should have got the 3 bonus points. I don't know how Bernardo got them, right? Yeah.
Champion bias. Champion tax.
Champion bias. 100%. But Saint Maximin.
The whole game was a shock to me, and I'll tell you why, because I couldn't believe how open Newcastle allowed themselves in the opening period. I thought they were going to do that typical keep it tight, hit him on the counter, but
Yeah.
the moment they conceded from 10 minutes to minute 50,
Boom.
Newcastle were unbelievable. They just dominated. They
There was
dominated
no
the
fear.
chances.
There was no fear when they were going forward.
But it was
so
like
refreshing.
it was like a controlled aggression as well. Like they didn't allow themselves completely exposed at the back. But then when Man City turned it on, they're undeniable.
Their
They're
class is
undeniable.
different.
Undeniable.
I was so annoyed watching it. Like Haaland could have walked away with a hat trick easy in this
Foden
game.
again.
Easy in this game.
He's gonna get dropped if he's not
he is.
careful.
Yeah.
He is.
If he didn't start
He
looking up,
definitely is.
I think you're not even looking up because he can see him. He's just not doing it.
How could you miss him? Do you know what? Haaland is always there.
Yes.
Yeah, always
He's
in the right place.
always there. Wow. His timing of his runs as well.
Yeah. His strength on the ball as well. There was a few occasions where
Oh, who was it that he
Strength-
held off? Was it Willock? I know he's small, yeah, but Willock tried it and he's just like, nope.
there was,
No,
the,
it was,
there's the other one when he went 1-on-1 with
Yeah.
with
Was
Pope.
it Botman? Was it Botman?
Yeah, I
or
think it
someone
was
like that?
Botman as well.
He just
Yeah.
completely.
Get off me.
I cannot think of a player this young who has such elite movement off the ball.
Yeah.
He knows where to be. He knows how to get there. And the thing is, not only does he have the strength and the movement, his speed.
We
should
spoke
be
about
that
that
fast.
last
10
week.
yards.
He should not be that fast at his
It-
height.
it's
The
ridiculous.
insane.
The guy is like carved out. He's come out of the lab.
Told you,
Yeah.
assembly line, bro. Yeah, it's madness. It's madness.
I want to shout out Pope in this game. His positioning is spot on.
Yes.
The amount of things he cut out, just his positioning is absolutely spot on. He was so good in this game.
I'm so happy for him, man. I'm so happy for him. He deserves to be
I
out.
want
deserves
to
a
see him
good
starting for England. Honestly, I think
definitely
he's such
deserves.
a good goalkeeper.
Yeah. Anyone? Oh, Gundogan again.
Oh yeah, fantastic. Absolutely, their man of the match. He's just so good. He's so good.
Ray, you wrote a thread on Gundogan as well, didn't you?
Thank you. Yeah, I did, man.
Yeah. I've been paying attention.
Nah, I love you, man. You know all the teasing is love. You know.
Yeah, Gundogan. No, because we've been calling for him, innit? We've been really
Yes.
calling for Gundogan, and when I saw your thread, I was like, yeah, this is everything we've been backing as well.
I think now, because I said at the time, like, wait a couple more weeks. I think it might be time now. Like if you got Diaz and you're annoyed with him, I don't think you can go that wrong with Gundogan, especially if Harvey Elliott, for example, is playing the games and he want a
Yeah.
third asset, for example. You know, Harvey Elliott was almost part of all the attacks in the game today in the
He
second half.
was.
Yeah.
He's wasteful as well, but he was a part of a lot
But
going forward.
good, you know, if you're sick and tired of that 8 million midfield asset, I think Gundogan might be a nailed player now because
7.5
Yeah.
million, 3.6% owned.
and he's doing those late runs that he did 2 seasons ago, isn't he? He's doing it again.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes,
And he's the captain, and it seems like right
Seems like
now
we-
he's the only one that we know is going to be on the team sheet. Of course, like maybe De Bruyne and Edison.
Cancelo.
And Cancelo. Yeah, apart from that, well, I think Haaland is because he's kept him in the whole time, right?
No, but Pep did have a say something that was a little bit worrying after the
He
game.
won't play every game.
What did he
yeah.
say?
He won't. He said once Champions League starts, he won't be playing every game. Literally what he said.
But I never trust Pep. No matter what he says, I never trust what he say. I don't believe him.
Him, Conte, and Arteta. Actually, when they say this kind of stuff, I don't even listen. I'm like, yeah.
It's like whatever, innit? Like, yeah.
See you tomorrow morning.
So, anyone looking at these two teams before we move on to the game today?
Yeah.
Who are you looking at?
Trippier again. When the fixtures kind of turn again, I'm gonna want him in. I wish I got him start of the season, but it is what it is. Alan St. Maximan. I'm a fanboy of his. I just love watching him play, and he's an exciting asset to own.
Yeah.
You just watch him, you're like, it's a bit like Zaha. You know something's going to happen. With Man City, Jesus, there's just so many, aren't there?
Yeah.
Edison still, I can't help it because, you know, they'll get 6 points or 2 points, 6 points or 2 points. But then that's the average of 4 points a game. It's a bit like what I was saying about James Ward-Prowse.
Every so often assist from Edison randomly.
And he is nailed. I mean, look at Diaz.
Yeah.
He's not nailed. He was on the bench.
On the bench. Yep.
Kyle Walker maybe at 5 million because they still haven't got fullback yet. Gundogan, like we mentioned, and Phil Foden, even though he's not playing well, he's still in those areas. So I don't think we can ignore that.
No.
I do like Phil Foden. I liked him a lot more before, but now with him ignoring these passes, I think Pep's going to punish him.
Yeah, Grealish will come back in. That rotation in their midfield, like the attacking midfield, it's so scary to own in that position.
And Newcastle, Law?
I'm on Trippier. I like St. Maximin. I really like St. Maximin. He's just such a threat. Such an absolute threat. But it probably won't be this week, but maybe game week 6 after the Liverpool game. He's someone I could look at bringing in, definitely.
I got Wilson. I do like Shaw. I've always liked Shaw. A centre back that scores goals. And St. Maximin is someone I'm looking at as well too. Yeah. So today, guys, just for the audio, we're recording on Monday evening after the Man United Liverpool game, and wow, Man United 2, Liverpool 1. It looked like it's gonna be 2-0, maybe even 3-0. Maguire dropped, Ronaldo dropped, Rashford in. What's that new kid's name? Malacia.
Malacia.
Amazing game.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good in this game. So what do you think, all right, was this just because it was Liverpool and their rivals had come and they had to stand? Or do you think Ten Hag has actually got, the tactics right in this game and put the team together?
I think it was a combination of factors. The protest, the result last week. If they had won last week, they would have got battered today. I genuinely feel that. If they were under so much pressure, something had to happen. I don't think that it's because he dropped Maguire and Ronaldo that they won this game. I just think like there was so much pressure, something had to be done. They had to give it everything in it. They clearly did because they were fantastic in this game.
Martinez looked a lot better though with Varane.
He did, yeah.
A lot more solid.
He didn't have to deal with much aerially because everything Trent was throwing in was going back
Nonsense.
post every time. Back post. He didn't have to deal with anything.
Yeah,
Didn't put him in
Robertson
a
wasn't
position.
crossing at all.
Yeah.
I know. I want it. Carvalho looked good when he came on, but again, too late by then. Salah, what is going on with Salah?
Well, So got to go.
Yeah, I'm not taking him out. But he's not Salah. He's not the Salah. Salah's not Salahin. You know what we mean. We know how he
Yeah.
can be. He doesn't look the same. I think it's Mane.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I think for more than just the press and obviously the fact that, they were kind of sharing the duty of actually getting the returns, is I actually think mentally being pushing each other of, I'm the captain, no, I'm the captain. It's like the scene from Captain Phillips, isn't it? They're both looking at each other saying, I'm the captain. And now he doesn't really have that. Now, Darwin Núñez is an absolute chaos machine, but I wanted to see how he starts games. And obviously he just lost the plot, didn't he? But he'll learn. But on Manchester United, I agree with you, Law. I think it was a combination of all the elements. And also, I think they put themselves under like a siege mentality. It's like, look, everyone's against us. We need to get at it straight away. And Ten Hag definitely probably pushed that as a motivation. And I have to say, Manchester United were unbelievably good today.
They were good. They were very good.
I think they forced
They
Liverpool
were
to
worthy
be
of their
poor.
names on the paper. Sorry?
I think they forced Liverpool to play poorly.
Yeah. They didn't expect it.
And pressure.
They definitely did not expect it.
Agree. And neither did I. I thought they were going to be defensive and counter-attack.
As
Good to
wheezy
see
as he
Martial
is,
back as well. Sorry, go on.
Bruno was a man possessed.
Right.
He was he was just involved in absolutely everything, all over the pitch. He was a man possessed in this game, honestly.
But again, that's Ronaldo not playing. So
him without Ronaldo is it's an incredible scenario, isn't it? That you can have such a polarizing effect on another player.
Yeah.
You were mentioning RJ about Martial, and I've always thought that this guy has God-given talent to be unbelievably elite, but his mindset is weak. I think Ten Hag could
unlock it.
I really think he can unleash it if he has a guy that puts the arm around the shoulder and say, you are the best. Because for me, Martial has more natural talent than Sancho and Rashford. I really think Martial is like unreal.
When
He
they
had
signed him, he was
a very good
the
loan,
next
innit?
thing.
Exactly.
Don't forget, he had a very good loan.
With Sevilla,
So I think that will build up his confidence, and I think he's going to come back into the Prem as long as he's starting with that right attitude. Let's not forget Rashford, though. I thought Rashford was sick this game.
Yeah, I think he was.
We haven't seen him like that in ages, man. He was
Throwback
taking
Rashford.
guys on.
Throwback
He's trying to
Rashford.
take guys on.
When the more the game went on, you could feel the more confidence he had. Actually, just pushing people out the way, just trying to get the ball, taking shots. Yeah, he looked much better.
He tried a Ronaldo chop on Van Dijk.
Van Dijk,
And Van Dijk was like, nah, man.
Yeah. Don't get ahead of yourself,
But
please.
that's a good sign, though. That
No.
but it's a good sign. That's what you want. You want him to be trying. That's confidence. That's what we said about Zaha. He would take on anyone. He would try skills on anyone. You need your attackers to do that. Maximin, anyone.
100%.
Maximin, the way he runs around the ball, he creates like a force field around the ball, and you don't know which side he's going to go from. It's nuts. Like you said.
Do you think he knows sometimes? I think he's just in a flow.
No, I don't think he knows. But it's like, I know I've got the ball here and I know I'm going to get it. Regardless of what I do, I'm going to get past you, or I'm going to cause you problems. Alanga. It's all right.
Is he going to start every week though? That's the
Energy.
He's not going to start.
Energy.
Yeah,
Energy.
definitely gave him energy, especially at the beginning of the game. 100%.
And if they bring Martial in, Rashford moves out to the left, right? So
And Sancho. Oh, that goal.
Sancho.
That first goal, man.
composure,
The whole move.
composure.
ice in the veins. Oh, some say Milner's still sliding. Yo,
He slid on the floor and then got angry with Van Dijk. Bro. Just hold the L, bro. Just hold it.
In it, like, I know Van Dijk could have definitely stepped up in it, but it's not his fault, big
You know
man.
about the corner flag.
Why are you flying in like that?
Oh my god! I saw this. Twitter sometimes gives us gifts.
Undefeated.
Isn't it? It gives
Undefeated.
us gifts. And when Van Dijk was trying to block the ball, if you like, and he had his hands up, he's like Van Dijk looking like the dad looking at paintings in the museum.
Yo, you got to forward that to me. I need to see that.
The Twitter meme game. I can't believe we get it for free sometimes.
Oh, man. It's the best. All right, so fellas, Liverpool aren't looking that strong. Man United are looking a lot stronger. Does that change your mind on Man United assets? Because right now I know a couple people have Rashford, and I know a lot of them wanted to move him on. But how about now?
The next two fixtures are tasty in Southampton and Leicester because they're both teams that concede goals. But I am not so quick to rush. I think I need to see the performance over more than one game for me to say that I'm going to go and get a United player.
Liverpool?
Liverpool, I'm on the triple up already. And I think
Cool.
it's not about getting at this moment in time. It's more maybe I'm getting rid. I think Robertson's probably going to be the one to go, but maybe not this week. But if one of them's to go,
you got Robertson and Trent, right?
Yeah, I think Robertson will be the one to go.
Yeah, with Liverpool the same really. I mean, the Robertson and Diaz at the start of the season, it was seriously neck and neck. But I went with Robertson because of how well he ended the season. In regards to Manchester United, now, people bought in Rashford because they were hoping for this. And at 6.5 million, he could be the steal of the season.
Yeah.
Yep.
The steal of the season. So, a bit like you, Law, I think I need one more game. I think after one more game, that's when we're going to start messing around anyway. Maybe we're going to take out Robertson. And, and Rashford could be that player you bring in. Because Rashford, if you're looking at peak Rashford and Rodrigo, I'm going to go Rashford because
6.5 million, 0.4 more, 100%, yeah.
Dude, well, I mean, Rodrigo's probably going to be 6.4.
Yeah.
By the time
the next game week, and Rashford's probably going to drop in price because a lot of people took him out. So
it's a bit of a madness. It's a
what about yourself, RJ?
What about you? Yeah.
I'm triple up Liverpool at the moment, trying to get rid of probably Robertson. Manchester United, again, the only person I can think of is Rashford. And like you both said, it's one or two games. Let me wait and see. He's on the watch list. Martial's on the watch list, but no triggers yet. Not touching any triggers yet. Yeah. Rashford Martial 6.9. It's not the worst.
But then you'd probably rather go Mitrovic or Tony, of course, isn't it?
Definitely.
And they have pens. And they have pens if we're going to go with your former points.
And they haven't got someone like Ronaldo sitting on the bench or starting most of the games. So yeah.
And those two are the talisman as well. Sorry.
Nah, it's cool. I get it. No, you listen. There are so many angles as to why it's not the right time. This is one game, and we can't get too excited. Next week they could lose to who they got next. They've got Southampton next year. They could lose to Southampton.
Yeah.
It would be.
And I could see it happening. I can see it happening.
And then all of a sudden, everyone will forget the game at Liverpool, and then it's like, oh.
But if you've moved too quick and you've gone there, you're now stuck a little bit. So that's why I'd hold off 100%.
Yeah, let's hold off. So the game's done. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll go into our teams.
So we are back, and we're going to go through our teams going into game week 4. Either of you got any transfers planned that you're going to do this week, or any ideas?
Ray, we're going to come to you first, of course, our esteemed guest.
Thank you, sir. I really don't know, guys, because I was kind of thinking, Neto on the block and everything. But when I'm watching him, I still feel something's happening. Something's gonna happen. And when they and also with the kind of freedom and expression that they're playing with now under Lager, is I feel against Newcastle they're gonna dominate possession. Then after that they got Bournemouth, and then they got Southampton. These are games that Neto could suddenly come into action.
So, Ray, are you worried at all that he might join Arsenal? Because that's the rumours today and yesterday. You got 3 Arsenal assets.
Yeah, I mean, worry isn't the word because I'd love Neto at Arsenal. The guy is wicked. He's elite. But gun to the head at the moment, I still think it's a move I'm probably going to make. I'll probably look to Neto to someone like Aronson. I really like what I'm seeing with Aronson. But I got to look at it a bit more in regards to...
Of course.
Neto has great
still
fixtures.
Monday, yeah.
I mean, another thing as well, and I know this is almost alien as well, but I will not discard maybe burning a transfer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I read it out like Ramsdale, Trent, Robbo, James, Cancelo, Perisic, Neto, Martinelli, Salah, Jesus, Haaland, I don't feel there's a lot I really need to do there. So it could be just I don't know what to do with this transfer. Yeah,
That's how I feel about my team.
Yeah.
I've got 2 transfers, and I'm looking at my squad. Diaz, I can't take him out now against Bournemouth. I just can't do it. I can't take Wilson out against Wolves. And that's the only areas I was worried about. Everything else, because my team at the moment, I've got Ward in goal, Saliba, Robertson, Cancelo, James, Luis Diaz, Martinelli, Salah, Wilson, Jesus, and Haaland. And at the moment, the captaincy is on Salah. Can I be mad at that team? No. The only problem I have is Ward. But for me to get him out, I need to use another transfer. And what would I do?
Sanchez, no?
Yeah, I'd bring Sanchez in. But, I mean, to get
he needs 2 transfers.
I need to do
Oh,
2
right,
transfers.
you don't have money in the bank.
No money in the
Okay.
bank. So I went for the extra with Luis Diaz and decided to burn the 0.5. But the way Chelsea are playing, I think they're gonna come at least differently. So that's the only area I'm worried about, and that means taking out Robertson for Bournemouth, and I'm not doing that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. So yeah, I might end up either going straight to Mitrovic and changing Ward to Sanchez, or
Burning as well.
maybe,
Mm.
or just change something I don't care about, like Andreas or something. I don't know. It's just
Something for the sake of it.
yeah, because I'm actually happy with my team.
Yeah.
Like this team going in, I'm actually very happy with. Most of my players are playing at home. I think all of them except Wolves, except Wilson and Ward. Everyone's playing at home, and
Yeah.
Jesus looks on fire. Like, Lord, another run. Did you see that run of his again?
Mm-hmm.
The one just before the first goal. Haaland, no way am I taking him off against that high line of Palace. And then Diaz, Robertson, and Salah against Bournemouth. No, I can't. I can't take anybody out. I want Gundogan. Maybe Gundogan for Diaz
Not
and
not
then
with Bournemouth,
Sanchez.
though.
But I don't want to do it with Bournemouth.
I mean, yeah, I mean, with the transfers you're talking about as well, like, I'd rather play Wilson against Wolves than Mitrovic against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
You know,
but this is just good thing that
Let it burn.
you could,
let it burn. Listen, with this team, the way I'm feeling, if I'm not gonna change my team, that's just testament to the planning that we did in the beginning. So
agreed.
I'm actually happy because I never get this feeling in the beginning of the season. Beginning of the season, I'm like, nope, get rid of him, get rid of him, get rid of him. I am cool. No transfer, no. I've rolled over twice now, and I'm looking to burn one. Talk about ice cold in that. Yeah. I like it.
You know
I
when
like it. I'm happy with this team.
it's you
I'm
make
happy with this team.
you make a really good point. It's testament to how well we planned the engaged managers. We put ourselves in a position where my only transfer so far has been Bailey to Lavia,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Bailey to De Silva. It's because we've really. I don't think it's so much about all the data's there and all that kind of crap. It's more of we have trained ourselves to prepare more better and not be so knee-jerk, because I've seen a lot of squads on Twitter who have hit the wild card, or bless them, some people DM me for, what do you think, Ray? And I'm like, don't do anything. You're there. Your squad is there. Just be patient, but you know how we are. We're fickle.
Trust in your decisions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust in your decisions. Trust in your
the
research.
6 weeks
Yeah.
of planning. The 6 weeks of bloody planning we did. Give it some time. And remember, if it all goes wrong, we got the extra wild card, don't we?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I know a couple of people that wild carded this week. It didn't really pay off. I don't know why they did it.
It's too
Dan,
early.
I'm talking to you. Way too early. But I do get the idea of why you would, but it's way too soon. Like, it wasn't that bad. Your team, like, not your team in particular, but all teams. Like, I haven't seen a team that's you definitely needed to wild card. Like, it's not like some people have been sent off. Some people have
Got injuries.
been
and all that
benched or injuries. Like, you're okay. Like, everyone's playing. You're good. Even Salah, not worried about it. 12, 2 and 7, not worried.
yeah, and the way I look at it as well is that, for me to wildcard, I need to make at least, it needs to be at least 5 changes.
5, yeah.
It has to be in my
At least.
11, not the whole squad, my 11.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm seeing a couple of people have wildcarded to bring in Martinelli and Perisic, for example. I'm like, I'd rather take a -8. I'd rather take a -8 and hold that wild
then
card.
use that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Law, what's your team saying?
So it's the same as you, but I'm in a slightly better position / worse position. But I've only got the one transfer, so
That's what
I
I'm
won't
saying. What's the better position?
I won't be burning. So it's easy for me to make the decision to roll.
What's the better position? We're
I'm
right.
not-
He's going
I'm
to
not-
join us. Let's
I'm
not
not
bet.
burning.
Let's stop betting.
You know what?
It feels rubbish.
don't
Law,
need it.
Law,
don't need
let's ask you the burning question. And why is it
We told you we don't do that here.
I can't help it. I'm a pun machine, man. I'm a pun
gosh.
machine. I can't help it. I can't.
Go on, Law.
So my team at the minute is Ramsdale in goal, Cancelo, Robertson, Alexander-Arnold, James, and Trippier in defence. Janssen against Everton, Salah, Martinelli, Haaland, and Jesus. I currently have Neto on the bench. I think my biggest decision is whether I play Trippier or Neto out of the two. But
So-
at the moment, it's on Trippier.
Are you definitely going
What?
to play Janssen?
What, Neto
Against
against...
Everton, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
What, Neto against
Newcastle? Yeah, or
Nah, man.
Trippier against
Could be
Wolves.
Trippier,
Yeah.
man. Definitely.
Yeah,
Especially on
those set pieces are dynamite.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's where I'm
Why
at the
would
minute.
you... Yeah. But if someone's going to score against Newcastle...
For that seed of doubt in there.
It's going to be the non-striker.
It's a layup,
The
cuz.
non-strikers are
It's
good.
a layup. So is everyone set on their captain? It's quite straightforward, right?
Yeah, man, it's
Yeah,
the king.
the Egyptian king, without doubt.
No one's tempted at Haaland at Palace or Jesus at Fulham. No one's tempted.
Well,
The way these
Jesus
guys
at
are
Fulham
playing.
is
That's what I'm saying.
It's not that I don't think they're going to get points. I just think, especially Liverpool now have to. Like, Man United went above them, and we were talking about how terrible United are. They're now above
know.
Liverpool.
fans.
It's, like that is actually insane. They have to have a reaction. They're at home against Bournemouth. It has to be Salah captain for me.
Van Dijk hasn't been doing well. I'm not coming off Salah as captain.
Yeah, I think Liverpool are going to come with such fury.
Yeah, I feel sorry for them.
That I think Robertson and Trent are going to get attacking returns as well. I think it could be a bloodbath.
Yeah. Also, though, I feel sorry for Palace. Man City, whenever they lose or draw a game, when they drop points, the next team suffers.
Yeah, they changed.
The next team really suffers, and they're at home against Palace. Palace's away form is okay, but I don't like that. So, yeah, Salah. Salah's definitely going to be... Anyone looking at anyone else as a captain? Like, any other options for other people regarding their team? So, some people don't have Salah.
I mean, Chelsea. I actually feel the same about Chelsea. I think Chelsea are going to, really try and react with the fury as well. And Leicester are a mess.
At
Yeah.
home as
Just a
well.
mess.
Of all the
Yeah.
teams for them to play right now, it's probably the best fixture for them, to be honest.
Yeah, so I know it's quite differential out there, but I expect James to play right wing back in this game, and I think he and Chilwell. I think Chilwell will also start as well, and I think Tuchel will finally realise that. Look, let me kind of
Right wing
act
back.
what got me to the dance.
Chilwell almost definitely because of Koulibaly's red card, right? They're almost definitely starting in this game, yeah.
Yeah, so Cucurella will. Yeah, quite right. Yeah.
So, you think he moves Cucurella inside rather than Chilwell?
Yeah. So I think the back five, if you like, will be James. I think Aspi's got to come back, and then Thiago, Cucurella, and I think Chilwell will play left wing back,
Where's he playing James?
right wing back, and Aspilicueta right centre back.
If he's playing right wing back, I'm happy with that.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Despite the love for James and how explosive he is, if he's not gonna play right wing back against Leicester City, then
That's it. I'm done with
we
him.
might have to
done
start
with him.
thinking about getting rid of him because this
100%.
is
Thinking about
insane
nothing.
now.
If he doesn't
This
play
is
right wing
insane
back
now.
against Leicester, I'm gone. I'm gone.
Straight away.
I've done it.
Soon
I'm
as you
done with
see
James.
the
I'm not doing
You
it.
just can't do it.
I'm not
man.
doing
I
this with
can't do
James.
it anymore.
We done this last season.
Oh yeah,
And
you
he's
had a
burnt
terrible
us so
time
many
with him.
times.
You had a
Look, I'm
terrible
not doing
time.
this again. And if he's
Exactly,
not playing
man.
right wing back against Leicester, I'm done.
Let's
Let's have to
play
get
Trent.
returns.
RJ
Let's
kept
play-
catching him during the Baron runs.
Honestly, it's almost like playing Trent as centre back for me. Like you just can't do
Yeah.
this to him.
Why would
can't
you do
this.
it? Yeah. Well, Trent is terrible at defending, but at least James
I
can
know.
defend. At least he can defend. But I get what you mean. Like, just he offers too much going forward. Like, why would you take him out?
Way too
Anyway,
much.
so everyone's quite set with their teams. It seems like It was, yeah. I just don't see a point in making a transfer just because I have it.
Us burning a transfer will be like an unbelievable flex. It's just like, yeah.
That's a proper flex.
That's a flex.
Don't need it, man. Don't need it.
FPL Salah did it as well, and I just put what a flex, and he's like, and he just winked. He winked, and I'm like, you prick.
Trust me. How many points did he do it this week? Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know how good his
Did he
week has
do
been
well?
this week.
Yeah, that's
I don't know because he's got Ward and.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing I'm worried about is Ward.
I feel it's a fire you just got put out, and you know you do, but then who do you take out?
Yeah.
My eyes on Robertson. That's it. Because if Bournemouth squeeze a goal in or get a pen or something,
I'm gonna
and
rage.
that clean sheet goes.
If they don't get this clean sheet,
Oh
if
my
they
God.
don't get
They
this
have
clean
to.
sheet,
I'm
They
back
have
next
to get a
week.
clean
If
sheet.
they don't get the clean sheet,
Robertson's-
I'm back next week.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only thing that's stopping me, yeah, from taking out James if he's not right wing back is if Bournemouth, if Liverpool don't keep a clean sheet, he's gone first. Like with all the rage and all the quickness, he's gone.
Yeah.
that full-on rage transfer.
7
Really,
million.
I
Get
will.
him out! Get him
I
out!
will.
Oh,
I will.
6.9. Get him out now. Click. Yes, I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure. Do it. Yeah. Yeah, man. All right, cuz, so I think that's us. Ray, it was good having you on.
Been a pleasure.
Hit us with your socials. I know you got quite a few because you do a lot of work, man.
I know, man.
Yeah, you do a lot of work. So hit us with all your socials, please. Let them know where to find you.
I throw myself around, innit? First
Whore!
of all, guys, excuse me, you don't use those kind of words. It's called Lady of the Night. Okay. So first of all,
Episode
guys-
name, Lady of the Night.
Oh, got it.
100%.
Got it. There you go. I'll coin that. First of all, guys, you know I've been a fan of the channel for a while, and
you,
what you
man.
guys do. Met you both, splendid individuals. RJ, we've met like a few times as well, and I'm really delighted you got me on. I really appreciate it. I like you two as characters, great characters. You got great energy, and it's only a matter of time before this really starts to explode as it should.
Thank
So-
you.
I appreciate that, man.
Thank you,
Thank you
man.
very much.
I appreciate it, man. And if you
Thank you,
if you ever want me back, just open the
Yeah,
door.
we'll
next
get you back
time.
on. This ain't gonna be the last time. Don't worry, man. Thank
But,
you, man.
You can follow me on Ray_Cure, and also you were kind enough to share it as well. But at the FPL way, Dan and myself, we do threads. We got a stream on Thursday as well, fortunately, and we do game week analysis. And you guys know me on Twitter, man. I don't take myself too seriously, so that's the key.
That is the key.
Yeah, man. And if you want to get my socials, mine's @_only1RJ.
And mine is at only1_law.
Of course, get the podcast one. It's @only1bonuspoint. Email is only1bonuspoint@gmail.com with the number 1. And guys, like I said, just keep sharing, subscribing, and click that 5-star on the audio. Because as I say, we're babies in this game. And everything you guys do is greatly appreciated. Like reaching out to guys like Ray. Thank you so much for coming on. Like your insight is amazing. And we're definitely going to get you on in again. And let's see how that team is doing a little later when you're burning transfers, my guy. But yes, we're going to catch you guys next week. We have been your hosts. My name is RJ.
And I'm Law. Thanks everyone for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.
If you're going to say peace, if you're going to say peace. Peace!
Peace! Peace!